Good morning, students. Welcome to Chanakya Academy online classes. Standard 10th, Subject Science, Chapter number 6, Life Processes. Yes, students. So, yesterday we saw about the digestion in humans. Now, from the textbook, let us see what all points the NCERT have mentioned. Okay, so nutrition in human beings. The alimentary canal is basically a long tube extending from the mouth to the anus. Okay, it is a long tube from mouth to anus. In figure 6.6, we can see that the tube has different parts. Various regions are specialized to perform different functions. Okay, so this we have explained that the various regions are present in the alimentary canal. Which are these regions? The mouth, the stomach, small intestine, large intestine. Okay, and all these regions, what they are doing? They have different functions to perform. Okay, now move further. What happens to the food once it enters our body? We shall discuss this process. Okay, so once the food entered into the mouth, what will happen? What will happen? The teeth and tongue will perform their function. Yes? We eat various type of food which has to pass through the same digestive tract. Naturally, the food has to be processed to generate particles which are small and of the same texture. Okay, the food, whatever food which we are eating, it is going through the same pathway. Okay, they have the same pathway, they have the same track. Now, naturally the food has to be processed to generate particles which are small and of same texture. This we know. Okay, it will be broken down into simplest form. Now, this is achieved. How it is achieved? It is achieved with the help of teeth. Okay, this is achieved by crushing the food with our teeth. Okay, this we have done. What the teeth it will do? It will cut the food into small pieces. Okay, so crushing the food with our teeth. Since the lining of the canal is soft, okay, the food is also wetted to make its passage smooth. When we eat something, we like our mouth waters. This is actually not water. What it is? It is saliva. What it is? Saliva. And from where we are getting this saliva? It is secreted by salivary gland. This we did. So inside our mouth, two things are performing their functions. Teeth, which is crushing the food, and same way the tongue is rolling, and when the tongue is rolling, what is it's doing? It is secreting a watery compound which is known as saliva. Okay, so this we did. Now let's move further. If it is to be absorbed from the alimentary canal, it has to be broken into smaller molecules. This is done with the help of biological catalyst called enzyme. This we did. Okay, how it is done? It is been broken into smaller molecule with the help of biological catalyst called enzyme. Now let's move further. The saliva contain an enzyme called salivary amylase. Okay, this we did. What the saliva contains? It contains an enzyme. What is that enzyme called? It is called as salivary amylase. And what it will do? That break down starch, which is a complex molecule, to give sugar. Okay, so what it is doing? The saliva is having the enzyme called salivary amylase, and that salivary amylase will break the starch to sugar. Okay, the food is mixed thoroughly with saliva and moved around the mouth while chewing with the muscular tongue. Okay, so this we did. Now move further. It is necessary to move the food in a regulated manner along the digestive tube. Okay, so we need to move that food, whatever food which has entered into the mouth. Now it has to regulate. Okay, it has to move into a specific manner so that can be processed properly in each part. Okay, so the lining of canal has a muscles. Okay, very important point, students. The lining of the canal has a muscles that contract rhythmically. Rhythmically means it is having its rhythm. Okay, through which what it is doing? It is pushing the food forward. Okay, the food is moved or pushed forward with the muscles. Okay, and that is called as peristaltic movement. These I have explained you occur all along the gut. Okay, so in your gut, these movements help the food to move further. Okay, because we know that we are having a path. Okay, from mouth to esophagus to stomach, then small intestine and large intestine. So this is a path, and the food need to move from this path. So how it is moved? It is moved with the help of these muscles. Okay, so from the mouth the food is taken to the stomach. Okay, through the food pipe, or it is also called as esophagus. The stomach is a large organ which expands when food enters. Okay, so this is the function of esophagus. What it is doing? It is only helping the food to travel from mouth to esophagus. And once it enters into the stomach, what will happen? The muscular wall of the stomach help in mixing the food thoroughly with more digestive juices. Okay, so in the stomach it will mix mixture of which two things? The food which came from esophagus and the juices which is excreted by stomach. All these two things will be mixed thoroughly. Okay, the digestion function are taken care by gastric glands. Okay, it is taken care by gastric glands present in the wall of stomach. Okay, so we are having a gastric glands, and these gastric glands are secreting the juices. Okay, and what will be their functions? I told you three functions. Now let's see. These release hydrochloric acid 1, that is HCl. Second, a protein digesting enzyme called pepsin. Okay, the protein will be digested, so enzyme will be released, and mucus. Understood? Understood? We studied this thing that the stomach will release three things. One is HCl, the second is mucus, and the third is pepsin, which will help to digest protein. Okay, now what are the function of these things? We will study.
Yes, now see, HCl, what it will do? HCl, that is hydrochloric acid, creates an acidic medium which facilitates the action of pepsine. Okay, that means action of pepsine means the pepsine will be activated with the help of these HCl. Okay, what other function do you think it serves by acid? I have told you. Okay, let's move further. We'll see. The mucus protects the inner lining of the stomach from the action of the acid under normal condition. Okay, now we know that this is acid which is secreted in the stomach, so their wall have to be protected. And how it is protected? It is protected by mucus. Okay, so HCl, what it will do? It will make the medium acidic and it will activate pepsine. These two things. What will mucus do? Mucus will cover the inner lining of the stomach. Okay, and the acid will not react with the stomach wall. Understood? Let's move further. We have often heard adult complaining about acidity. Can this be related to what has been discussed above? Yes, this acidity is the secretion of HCl inside the stomach, which is leading to acidity. Okay, the exit of food from the stomach is regulated by sphincter. Now the function of stomach is over. Okay, HCl, it will help in making the medium acidic. It will activate pepsine and then mucus will be there, and what the mucus will do, the mucus will protect the inner wall of stomach. Okay, now the food enters into small intestine, but before entering, what will be there? I told you, a sphincter will be there, a gate will be there. What it will be? A gate, or you can say a checkpoint is there. Okay, so stomach is regulated by sphincter muscles which release it in small amount into the small intestine. Okay, so whatever food that you see in the stomach now moves into small intestine and it will be moved into smaller portions. Okay, this is the longest part of alimentary canal. What they are talking about? They are talking about small intestine. It is the longest part. See why? Because we know that all the digestion, that is complete digestion of food, is taking place in small intestine. So we need that the small intestine should be long, because when the food is traveling, at the same time the digestion will take place. So we have to digest carbohydrate, fat and protein. Okay, three things we have to break down into smaller pieces. So time required will be more. And how we can do this? So we have larger, you can say the area is more. So longest part of alimentary canal is your small intestine. Okay, yes, let's move further. The longest part of alimentary canal, which is fitted into compact space because of extensive coiling. The length of small intestine differ in various animals depending on the food they eat. Herbivorous eating grass. Okay, herbivores are what? Those which feed on grass. Okay, need longer small intestine to allow the cellulose to be digested. Okay, so in herbivores, the small intestine will be longer. Okay, meat is easier to digest. So carnivores, which carnivores? Lion, tiger. Okay, they will have short small intestines. Okay, so herbivores will have longer small intestines. Okay, and carnivores
which feed on meat, they will have shorter small intestine. Okay, now move further. That is, the small intestine is the site of a complete digestion. This I have told you, and please learn it. Very, very important thing, that is complete digestion is taking place in small intestine only. Okay, so complete digestion of which three things? Carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. Okay, all of them will be digested. It receives the secretion of the liver and pancreas for this purpose. The food coming from the stomach is acidic and has to be made alkaline for the pancreatic enzymes to act. Okay, now see. These three things, that is carbohydrate, protein, and fats, complete digestion is will take place in small intestine. But before that, okay, they will secrete the juices, and that juices, what it will be? It will be enzymes, and that enzymes will help in breaking the carbohydrate, protein, and fat. But again, from the stomach, the things which is coming to small intestine, okay, the food is acidic, and now it may harm the small intestine. Why? Because mucus is not secreted by small intestine. So what they will do? They will secrete pancreatic enzymes, and that enzyme will be alkaline. So a neutralization of the food should be done previous, before digesting it. Okay, so first preference of small intestine will be neutralizing the food from the acidic medium to the normal medium. And how they will do? By adding alkaline. Okay, secondly, they will digest the food. Okay, so bile juices from the liver accomplish this in addition to act on fats. Okay, fats are present in intestine in the form of large globules, which make it difficult for enzyme to act on them. Bile salts break down them into small globules, increasing the efficiency of enzyme action. Okay, so the fats, okay, is digested by bile juices. Okay, but these fats are large globules. Okay, large globules means long clusters will be there. Okay, and we have to break it. And how it is being done? Break them down into small globules by increasing the efficiency of enzyme action. So enzymes will be continuously helping to break these large globules. Okay, so this is similar to the emulsification action of soap, which you have studied. Okay, so with this, what it will do? It will help in breakdown of fat. Okay, pancreas secrete pancreatic juices. Okay, we know that liver will secrete bile. Okay, that is bile juice that we have studied, and that bile will help in digestion of fat. Pancreas likewise, it will secrete pancreatic juice. Okay, and what it will contain? Which contain enzyme like trypsin. Okay, what it will contain? It will contain enzyme like trypsin. Okay, trypsin for digesting protein, and lipase for digesting of fat. So trypsin, two things they will secrete pancreas, trypsin and lipase. Trypsin will break the protein molecules, okay, into simpler molecules, and lipase will help in breaking down of fats. Okay. Wall of the small intestine contain glands which secrete intestinal juices. The enzyme present in it finally converts the protein into amino acid complex carbohydrates into glucose, and fats into fatty acid and glycerol. This thing we did yesterday. Yes, we did these things. Okay, that in small intestine, what we will have, small intestine will first have the secretion from liver and pancreas, and that will help in digestion of carbohydrate, protein and fat. Carbohydrate will be digested into glucose, protein into amino acid, and fat into fatty acid and glycerol. Fat digestion is done with the help of lipase, protein digestion with the help of trypsin, and carbohydrate with the help of amylase, specifically which amylase? Pancreatic amylase. Okay, because here we are using amylase and here also we are using amylase. So in mouth it will be called as salivary amylase because it is secreted by saliva, and in small intestine these amylase will be called as pancreatic amylase because it is secreted by pancreas, and here the complete digestion is taking place. Okay, so this we have done. Now we'll move to large intestine. What is exactly happening in large intestine? Yes, now come to large intestine. Now, digested food is taken up by walls of the intestine. Now the food is digested. Okay, that means now what we are having? We are having amino acid, we are having glucose, and we are having fatty acid and glycerol in the small intestine. Now these has to be absorbed. The inner lining of the small intestine has numerous finger-like projections called villi, which increase the surface area for absorption. So this is taking place in specifically in your large intestine and the later portion of small intestine. So how it is happening? See, suppose this is the outer wall of large intestine. Okay, the inner wall will be folded like this. Okay, it will be folded like this. And what these structures are? These structures are called as villi. What it is called? It is called as villi because what they will do, they will absorb the digestive material. Okay, whatever material which is collected here, it has to be absorbed. Okay, it has to be absorbed into these large intestine. And how it will be done? It will be done with the help of these villi. Now, what is the need for this thing? That means this villi will increase the surface area. What it will do? It will increase the surface area for absorption. Okay, so as you see, the villi is formed. Okay, the surface area gets increased if we are drawing a single line and if we are making it like this. So if we open this thing, it will cover larger area. Okay, so same way this villi will do. This villi will increase the surface area for absorption. So maximum about 99.999% of the material, okay, the digested material, the digested food is absorbed by large intestine. Okay, now this villi are rich. Okay, now what we will have, the villi are richly supplied with blood vessels which take the absorbed food to each and every cell of the body. This point is very necessary, students. Okay, I'll explain you. Just first I'll go through it and then I'll explain you. Villi are richly supplied with blood vessels which take the absorbed food to each and every cell of the body, where it is utilized for obtaining energy, building up tissues, and repair of old tissues. Okay, now see, glucose, which is coming from your carbohydrates, okay, fats and glycerol, they will provide energy. Okay, so their further breakdown will give you energy. Amino acid which we are getting will be used in making new tissues, okay, or it will be help in repairing the old tissues. Okay, so with this, what we are doing, we are utilizing it. And how we can utilize it? When we are supplying all these components, which component? Amino acid, glucose and fatty acids, into each and every cell, we have to transport them. So how we will transport them? With the help of blood vessels. Okay, so suppose if this is your large intestine, okay, this is the villi, okay, this is the food. The food entered into your small intestine. Okay, now this will have a supply of blood. Okay, this is your blood capillary. Okay, that will be inside your large intestine. So the food will be taken up by these capillaries. Okay, whatever food which we are getting, it will be taken up or absorbed by your blood capillaries. And what this blood capillary will do, it will circulate into your whole body. Okay, blood capillaries means the arteries we are talking about. So what this artery will do, it will circulate in your whole body. So when it is circulating in your whole body, at that time, all the material which is there inside that blood, okay, it will be given to the cells. Okay, these are the cells. Okay, suppose these are the cells of your hand. So when the blood enters into your hand, these glucose and amino acid will be given to your cells. And like this, with the help of circulation, these food material are transported into each and every cell. Okay, and then they will perform their function by either giving energy or in repairing that old tissue or making new tissues. Okay, so this is your digestion. Now, unabsorbed food is sent into large intestine. Okay, now in small intestine, the digestion as well as absorption will take place, but in large intestine also some portion will help in absorption, but the unabsorbed food will be sent into later part of your large intestine. Okay, so large intestine where more villi absorb water from these material. Okay, now so you can say that digestion finished in small intestine, absorption will start in small intestine and will continue in large intestine also. Okay, so in large intestine also we will have villi structure, but in large intestine what they will absorb, they will absorb maximum of water. Okay, if excess amount of water is there in the unabsorbed food, or you can say waste food, that water will be absorbed by large intestine. Okay, and the rest of the material is removed from the body by anus. Okay, the exit of this waste material is regulated by anal sphincter. Okay, so again we have a sphincter at the anal. Okay, and this sphincter is known as anal sphincter. Okay, now why is the requirement of these anal sphincter? Because we cannot just pass the or waste material. Okay, a gate should be there, and these gates help in only unidirectional movement of the waste material. Okay, so anal sphincter allows the movement of unabsorbed food into one direction, that is outside the body. Understood each and every topic? So with this, okay, we finished with alimentary canal of human and the digestion in humans, how exactly the digestion in humans is taking place. So students, make notes and study at home. Tomorrow we'll further see the next important life process, that is respiration. Okay, so with this I end the topic, that is nutrition in humans. Thank you.